1, 2, 3, clap. Spot on.
That sounded quite a good clap from me, actually.
Yeah. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotlandia, Scotlanding it up, that is Brogan, Scotlandian Hastings.
And over in Australia, Canadian it up.
Oh,
it's Wayne Jovenassi.
That's true. It is true. I mean, you know what I'm about, Canadian it up.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished off my last bag of Canadian crisps, my Canadian chips.
Very nice.
Would you like to guess what flavour they were?
Maple.
Maple. No. I do have 2 things of maple syrup, though, like real maple syrup.
Nice.
No, I got 3 different flavours of chips, crisps, whatever you want to call them. I said crisps. Yeah.
You and I would call them crisps.
Exactly.
But we are aware that we have a lot of American listeners.
Exactly. So they're if someone says chips for an American, they're crisps for us.
Yes.
Because chips are fries.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, 3 flavors. I mean, there's the classic Canadian flavor, which is the all dressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you aware of what all dressed flavor is?
No, I was waiting for you to elaborate, but you just stared at me.
I was waiting for you to finish having a swig of your superpower drink because I didn't want to ask you why you were drinking, so you could be. No, I don't know. So anyway, I don't know either.
Okay. You just
it's
ate
just
them.
all dressed. I feel like it's every flavor like mixed in together. I feel like there's everything. Ketchup chips, ketchup crisps.
Oh,
ketchup.
Yeah, we had. Yeah,
Yeah.
Do they still exist? I don't know, but they certainly existed when I was younger.
See, we do a tomato flavor, which is meant to be like a tomato sauce, ketchup-y kind of flavor. It's not very nice. This is a lot better, this one.
I think ours was like Heinz branded. Like, as in it was Walker's Crisps, but it was Heinz branded.
Yeah, yep. And then, but don't you also have Watties or something like that? I don't know. Whenever I walk down the international aisle at the grocery store, in the UK section, there is a ketchup, and it begins with a W.
Interesting.
No idea.
Yeah.
I'll find it next time, and I'll take a photo.
Yeah, because I have no idea what that could possibly be.
Yep. And then the last one, which I just finished today, before recording, mind you, dill pickle.
I have never been a fan of pickles, so ugh.
You're against pickles?
I'm against pickles.
Well, look, I'm down for a bit of pickle. You heard me. Yeah, no, I like pickles. I like them on my burger. Yesterday when I got went to a place called Varsity, which is like a restaurant-y burgery place. Mm-hmm. Done like a US sports. Have you been to a Dave & Buster's?
No.
So it's like Dave & Buster's without the arcade, for those of you playing at home. Yeah, it's not... Look, okay. Pet peeve time. Okay. And I saw this on Imager. It was, I saw it today after this happened yesterday. What is one thing you agree with the boomers on? And that is, if I'm buying a fucking burger, the fries come with it for free or included in on the price. If the burger's $15, the fries cost nothing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been to 2 places yesterday. 2 places in one day where the fries are not included. It's shocking.
Yeah. I've had a burger the last time I had a burger, it was at a place called Bread Meets Bread.
Mm-hmm. I recall this burger.
Yes. And the fries didn't come with that, but the fries were on the burger.
But weren't they sweet potato as well?
There were sweet potato fries on the burger.
I'm on Bob Belcher's side with this. Sweet potato fries, they're just trying to be too fancy.
I think because I'm the kind of person who is very into my things tasting like sugar, then yeah.
Yep. But yeah, went to the Varsity place, and the Canadian friend that's over. Mm-hmm. First of all, shocked that there are no free refills in Australia.
Yeah, that doesn't really exist in most places.
Exactly. It exists in America. I'm going to say North America. to include Canada, the great land of Canada, where their national sport is lacrosse. Not hockey, not curling.
No.
Lacrosse. Shocked. They were shocked.
There's only one place I can think in the UK that does free refills, and that is Nando's.
Yeah, wow. See, Hungry Jack's, aka Burger King, used to for a good decade here, but I don't think they do anymore. I don't go there, so let alone inside the fucking restaurant.
Yeah. I always felt like I was stealing when I did that in America, because I remember that we specifically when we went to Texas and we went to Torchy's.
Yes, yeah.
Torchy's, which was fucking great.
Torchy's is great.
But I remember when we were leaving, I think all of us topped up
just
our
refilling.
drink.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because the place we were staying, there was nothing.
There was nothing. I'm down for free refills. That should be standard across the board.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I just been stabbed. Oh, that was not
Wayne
fun.
has upset the ghosts and they have attacked him.
Maybe the ghost of the cat has finally come to haunt me. Finally! You powdered motherfucker.
I'm assuming you're at home alone right now.
Yeah, Kez is up in the big house, and I do mean prison this time, with the Canadian friend, yeah. They're organising their din-dins.
Nice.
Yep. Where were we? So we were talking about free refills. Oh yeah, so they were shocked about the free refills, shocked that the burger didn't come with fries. I'm like, yeah, this is a shit place. See, the Varsity started off to be a cheap place for college kids to get a burger, and they lost sight along the way. It was all about the money.
Yeah.
Capitalism ruining it again. Oh yeah, get this. Hey Americans, you know that piss water that some people in your country drink called Pabst Blue Ribbon? You know the one where Matt Donnelly, the mind noodler, does a magic trick and produces 2 cans of it because it's like meant to be like the terrible beer. Anyway, you can get a can of that here at Varsity for like $15. How's that for a bargain?
I mean, let's also take into account the fact that Australian currency is shit.
Oh yeah, that's not the point. Let's
have a little look and see how much that would cost in normal people money.
So $15 for this can of piss water, because it's American. Australians don't know any better. You can get Budweiser. I mean, that's a little bit maybe better. I don't know. Okay,
that's still pretty shocking.
What's the Aussie dollar doing right now, Brogan?
1 Aussie dollar is 65 cents in America.
You see, it's been around that 65-70 mark since last year, since we've been there. So,
let's see how the Aussie dollar is doing against the Great British Pound.
Hang on.
I can never find the...
That was not the right button.
No.
I need the news button. God damn, here we go. Here we are, coming in with all your Australian currency exchange news. Over to you, Brogan, in the finance office. How is the Australian dollar holding up against the Great British Pound?
1 Australian dollar is 52 pence in the UK. Yeah.
What can 52 pence buy you these days?
Maybe half a Freddo, which I'm still fucking pissed off.
Wow. Half a Freddo. How much? Okay.
How much is a Freddo these days?
Yeah. Let's check in with Brogan at our grocery store aisle, Tesco's. There we go, over at our local Tesco's. Brogan, how much is 1 Freddo Frog, 1 Cadbury's Freddo Frog?
25p. That's not as bad as expected.
What I'm hearing is that 1 Australian dollar could buy 2 Freddos.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think you can buy 1 Freddo for $1 in Australia.
I mean, they've changed. They done Freddo so fucking dirty. He used to be a gorgeous lump of a man, and then
your Freddos look terrible. Your Freddos are horrible.
Have you got the skinny frog Freddo, or have you got the OG chunky boy?
Yeah, chunky boy. I'll get one right now, Brogan. You stay there. Stay right there. I made it. I'm back. All right. Freddos. I got 2 different types of Freddos to show you. One is an OG, milk chocolate. I mean, it's just coincidence I got these. This one, strawberry filled. Yeah. All right, as we're doing this, I have to take photos. Okay, let's get... Oops, no, ready? Okay. This is kind of like a cultural exchange, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to open them both so you can see them side by side. They may be a little melty. But like your Freddos, I believe they look like they're being squished or something nowadays. I've seen them kind of recently and they didn't look good. All right, here is an original Freddo boy. He's in a pose.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about with the OG fat boy.
This is... Oh, you're talking about the big uns. You're talking about the big ones?
No.
You can get the big ones as well.
No, I think it was about that size, but the way he was on it was just... I mean,
This is Strawberry Dude. Like, he's clearly fatter. I mean, look at that. Back to back, he's fatter because he's got strawberry inside of him.
Yeah.
You know what I've just realised? I've opened 2 Freddos and I have to eat them both now. Hang on, I'm just going to take a photo for the... There we go, Freddos. One of them is playing the recorder for some reason.
Why not? Let the man play the recorder. This is what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. Right? You know, these days, Freddo just has skinny little legs, but he used to be a gorgeous lump of a man.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. See your Freddos, right? Mm-hmm. See how mine is, like, cut out nicely?
Yeah.
Like he's a die-cut sticker. Yours is like he's been imprinted on a piece of chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, that's always kind of been the case.
I feel so much like Paul Mattingly right now, eating on microphone in the early days of Ice Cream Social.
Paul Mattingly or 2 characters and a clown?
Paul Mattingly. Mm-hmm. Paul Mattingly. They still eat on 2 characters and a clown?
Yeah.
Good.
What are we eating, RJ?
Fucking should.
What we're having, RJ, is like the first question asked every episode.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right.
I should also explain, the reason I'm back being upset about Freddos is because I've seen a video on TikTok where an Irish guy was talking about Freddo's inflation, and he kept saying, "Look at him. He used to be a gorgeous lump of a man." It just made me laugh.
All right. The Freddos are gone. Did the big cocoa shortage or whatever the fuck they're alleging was, did that hit the UK and Scotland? Did the price of chocolate go up?
When?
Like a month or 2 ago.
I genuinely don't know. Because
you weren't buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. No, neither was I. But I still noticed.
I wasn't in like supermarkets or anything, so.
Okay. All right. Because it used to be you could get a when they're on sale, a chocolate bar. Okay, for starters, we talk about look what they did to my beautiful boy, right? Look at my fat Freddo, he's gone. They don't change. They would not change the price of a chocolate bar of like a Mars bar or a Milky Way. They would just decrease the size of it and keep the price the same. Right?
Yes.
I remember as a kid, they were like 55 grams. Now they're like 40 grams or something like that. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, the price hasn't really changed. And when they're on special, so the 2 main grocery stores, Coles and Woolworths, it seems like 1 week, one of them has a bunch of chocolates on sale. The next week, the other one has them on. And you could get them for like 85 to 90 cents, right? For a full bar.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit, and the best price would be like $1.10 for when on special. And then this alleged see, I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like it's a ploy by the man to get more money out of us consumers. $1.25 if on special. They just weren't going on special. People are paying like $3 for a fucking chocolate bar.
Wow. Like
a 42 gram chocolate bar. That is... It's ludicrous to me.
Yeah.
I know what I'd spend my $3 on now.
What?
Turtle chips. Have you heard of them?
You have told me about turtle chips, yes.
Oh, good. In that case, whatever. Turtle chips it is. Okay. Yep, sure, fine. Oh, yeah, I think we talked about it in bonus content one time.
Yeah.
That's fine. See, turtle chips, they were so expensive. I've never seen them before, and then they were on sale, and now they're just always on sale, and now I just always want turtle chips. That's all. Yep. Not made from real turtle, but they are made from real chips.
I mean, I understand wanting that, because, I mean, every single fucking day, I go, I want Olive Garden breadsticks.
Yep. It'll happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yep.
I will get my dream. I will live my best life.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of grocery shopping, like, I know we've talked about before, what do you call it? A trolley, a cart, whatever. A trolley is on our agreements. The thing that you put all your groceries in. And it is also a test of, I don't know, what would you call it? Because it's not against the law to not put the trolley or cart back in the trolley/cart bay once you've put all your groceries into your car. Yeah. You can just leave it into the car park space next to you that's empty. No one can arrest you for it.
No.
What do you do?
I always take it back.
You always take it back. Okay. Yep.
I mean, this is assuming, well, whenever I personally go for stuff like that,
yes,
and I end up having a trolley, I usually don't have more than 2 bags.
Yeah.
You know, so I usually, as I'm walking out, I'm walking past the trolley bay anyway, I will put the trolley back and take my bags out and walk to the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was younger and we used to do that used to be a thing, would be like my mum and dad would pack up the car and it would be like either me or Mitchell would take the trolley back to the thing.
Yeah.
While my dad got the car out of the space and then we'd jump in and go.
Yeah. Because today, the way I did it, I did briefly go to the shops. I didn't take my bags in with me on purpose, my reusable bags, right? So I put everything in the trolley, went through the self-serve checkout, then pushed the trolley back to the car, filled up my bag, took the trolley back. Now, the problem I'm starting to have with the trolley situation, because it used to be, right, you see these trolley bay things like with poles in between, like so you can get 2 or 3 lanes of trolleys just pushed in, they all slide in nicely together, nice, out of the way. The problem we have is Coles, Woolworths, Aldi, Big W, Kmart, anywhere else that has shopping trolleys in a centre, they don't have a standard trolley. So they're all different and they're all different sizes. But Coles will also have a big trolley and a small trolley. Woolworths also have a big trolley and a small trolley. And some of them are like made of plastic and some of them are made of metal, which means they don't all fit together. They don't slide in like they should, right? You know how the trolley, you push one trolley into the other?
I feel like I'm slightly lost in the sense that, are you saying all these places are together and all the trolleys are kept together?
Well, what I'm saying is you've got a Coles in one section of this big shopping mall. You've got a Woolworths over there, a Kmart over here. But people take a Kmart trolley and then they go to Woolworths and then they might need to get something from Aldi, right? And then there's trolley bays all around in every single car park. So whichever one you're at, you just put the trolley in the bay. But because they're all different sizes, there isn't a standard trolley. It can fit like 7 trolleys into it, and that's it. So they're always sticking out into the fucking road.
That should be a little fuck.
It should, exactly. But today I discovered I've become a chaotic good when it comes to trolleys. Because it used to be I would take whatever trolley I had and just try and shove it in, right? The smallest one. The one which had the least trolleys. Now, then it became I would do my best to put, if I had a small trolley, I'll just put it into a bay with large trolleys just to fuck with them. So I don't know what that would be considered on the scale. It's not neutral. It may be more on the evil side. But I'm still taking it back, because the evil side would be not taking it back at all. So maybe it's, I don't know. But now
lawful evil, I think.
Lawful evil. Okay, all right. So I think today was a chaotic good, because I took my small trolley back. I put it back into the trolley bay that already had small trolleys, but I put it in back the front. I feel like that's a chaotic good.
No, that's chaotic. That's chaotic neutral at best.
Chaotic neutral.
You're coming over to like neutral evil.
Okay, all right.
You know.
Yep. I just feel like someone has to make a stance, and if not me, who?
Yeah, that's insane to me. Like the closest I can think of is the Gyle Shopping Centre, where you've got Marks and Spencer's at one end and Morrison's at the other, and you can take a trolley from Marks. You can start at Marks and Spencer's and finish in Morrison's. Those trolleys it's the Gyle trolleys. There's you know, okay, they're branded on the handle, like, but it's more adverts, like Morrison's or Marks and Spencer's or the Gyle. But they're all the same. It's the exact same trolley.
Yep, gotcha. See, Aldi, though. Aldi know what they're doing at these places because you have to put a coin in an Aldi trolley to be able to use it, and then you have to connect it to the trolley return or another Aldi trolley to get your coin back.
Most places do that. The Guile doesn't. But just with you saying Aldi, the ICS bonus episode, Jacob said Aldi and he pronounced it ALDI.
Cool. He just says... Oh, so I went to the ALDI the other day.
No, he was talking about, they're opening a new ALDI, and then Matt went, oh yeah, because Aldi. And I went, what?
Yeah.
What?
You were surprised that they have Aldi?
No, I was surprised, because I was thinking, I wonder what the ALDI is. And then I was like, I've never heard anyone call it ALDI.
Yep. I think Jacob just didn't know what it was. That's all.
Maybe.
I've heard it called Aldi. Aldi, Oldie. I don't know. No, I've been to an Aldi in America. Yeah, it was terrible.
The big one of, what's the big one that sparks arguments is Lidl. How do you pronounce Lidl? Is it Lidl, Lidl?
Has it got I thought it had an S at the end, Lidl's.
Yeah, but you never say, you say I'm going to Lidl's, but you would just say.
Yeah. I would say Lidl.
It is Lidl. And you know how I know that? Because they've got stuff in the middle and they're specifically got a thing called the middle of Lidl. If it wasn't Lidl, then that wouldn't work.
There you go.
It fucking rhymes.
Yeah.
But no, my grandparents used to call it Lidl.
It's like Target. It's
Target.
Yeah. Is Lidl's like an Aldi then, where the middle shit in Lidl is all like weird shit? Like it could be like gardening equipment, televisions, VCRs.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not stuff as big as that. Usually power tools.
Yeah, there's always power tools in Aldi.
My dad fucking loved going to Lidl and just like browsing in the middle and just coming away with some kind of new power tool or like.
He's just a little guy that likes going to Lidl's. That's all.
He's just a fucking hoarder. That's what he is. I used to hate going shopping with him because that would be the thing. It's like I fucking hate Lidl. I was like, please do not take me to Lidl.
Yeah.
And
I will sit in the car.
Well, that was the thing. I would go in because I'd be like, we're going in here. We're getting what's on the list and we're leaving. But no, he wanted to browse.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And you know what? I do like a good browse as well. Okay, so the shops I want to browse are different than his, and I shouldn't judge him for that, but I haven't been telling in a long time. I think I just hold that.
You avoid it.
Yeah.
You avoid it on purpose.
Yeah.
Speaking of the way that things are pronounced, we ran another poll on the Twitter, on the X.
We did.
And again, I put this up before the episode was launched. It was got to do with our friend with the shark titties. Shark bit off your titties. And it was just said, fill in the blank. Shark blank. And the options were titties or tiddies. Double Ds,
it should always
which
be
makes
titties.
Sense. Exactly. Well, 41.7% of the people think it should be titties, not titties. Look, I'm not saying they're wrong.
No.
Each their own. It's fine. I didn't vote because I didn't want to sway it either way. And honestly, I feel like titties is the way to go as opposed to titties. Because titties sound like, I don't know. It's tough.
It actually sounds, if you say titties, it sounds like you're sexualizing it. But if you say titties...
Yes. No, that is it. See, if I'm saying shark titties, I'm thinking about shark titties, right? I'm like, okay, all right, shark titties.
Yeah.
But if I'm thinking shark titties, it feels like there's a story behind it and a reason.
Yeah. It's like when you see pictures of guys with big pectorals. It's like, it's his titties.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, titties or titties, I will still play the shark titties as a musical instrument and just that and that alone.
Yeah.
Like, no gratification for the shark, no gratification for me or the audience. It's purely art.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. 100% art. So is this now where we move on to another speaking of titties?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about this.
Brogan sent me a voice memo, which I'm going to play for you fine folk right now. Now, the thing is, because I was out last night, I couldn't listen to it, right? So I had to wait till I got home. I was in a room with 3 other people.
No!
One of them Canadian. This is the message.
How? I was going to say, who were the two other people? I know there would have been you, Kez, Canadian, and
someone I don't know.
All right, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
I think there's going to be a lot of gaming talk tomorrow, but remind me to tell you what I named my tits, because this just came into my head and I laughed a lot at my own joke. And I would usually tell you, but I genuinely want to see your face when I say it and my reasoning for it. So, yeah.
So, it starts off like a normal message, and then all of a sudden, remind me to tell you what I've called my tits. And everyone in the room just died. You wanted to see my face. I'm seeing your face.
I mean,
think of these people who don't know our relationship.
Yeah.
And they've just heard you saying this to me in front of Kez.
What was Kez's reaction?
Oh, she found it hilarious. She wants to know. And the Canadian friend also would like to know. And I'm sure our listeners want to know as well. Brogan, what have you called your tits?
Okay, this is very British, but there is an American version. Okay. Rishi and Charles.
Rasheen and Charles.
Rishi.
Rasheen Connor.
No.
Okay.
Rishi.
Yep.
Rishi and Charles, because they will both soon be removed from office.
Yeah. Sunak and Charles.
Yeah.
Yep. So this, September last year, we had no idea who the UK Prime Minister was. Now we do.
Yeah.
Now we do.
I only know because he made a really stupidly transphobic comment in Parliament where the mother of a murdered trans girl was sitting in days after said girl's killers were jailed.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty horrendous. You're like, fucking hell.
See, I only know of him because of The Last Leg. That's the only reason why I know who is in charge. Well, in charge, in quotes. And doesn't, Charles have cancer or something?
Yep.
He's a dead man. Look at them sausage fingers. Should have been the first giveaway.
Well, put it this way. The Buckingham Palace never releases information unless they have to. So, if it was treatable, they probably wouldn't mention it. If it was benign, they wouldn't mention it. I think he's been taken by helicopter to somewhere, and Harry's back in the country.
Yes, yeah.
So Harry doesn't just pay visits unless he has to.
Yeah, it's like...
So yeah.
One may be dying, Harold. I would appreciate it if you came to my deathbed side.
If Charles dies on or before the 29th of March, he will be the shortest reigning king in history.
Ooh, wow.
Man waited 70 years.
Oh, yeah, it's not his fault, though. It's not his fault for being the...
If he dies or abdicates. If he dies or abdicates.
Yeah. You can only blame Lizzie. Lizzie the Deuce. You can only blame her.
I mean, I understand
she refused to die or abdicate.
I understand her reasoning,
She just hated her son? Is that what it was?
I genuinely think she always thought that Charles was never quite... Because it's only been the last, 5, maybe 6 years that Charles actually... before Queen Elizabeth died, that he actually started properly stepping up. He always did stuff, he always did good stuff, but he never really quite stepped up in the same way.
Look, the whole fucking royal family is not stepping up for anything.
Oh,
so.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, this
for
makes
real problems.
Yeah, this makes me sound like a monarchist. I'm not. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I only held a great affection for Queen Elizabeth II because she looked so much like my grandma. So, apart from that, I don't really care.
I already know that your grandmother was a better person.
My grandma was awesome.
There you go. Yeah. Suck it, Lizzie. Oh, I feel another stabbing in my side. Damn you, QE2!
So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say on that. I'm just, I didn't expect anybody else to be listening when I sent you that.
No.
Nope.
Normally, I was a little bit into my cups as well. Yeah. So normally I would play it to my ear or something. So I was like, I just need to listen. I need to get this listened to.
And honestly...
Like, I'm beyond my cups. I was like ready to die and sleep is what it was. So.
And honestly, it's my own fault because you got a voice message because I was literally too lazy to type.
Exactly, yeah. Laziness comes back, bites you again.
Yeah.
Hastings.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck my foot in my mouth this morning.
What'd you do?
So the Canadian friend looking for things to do, right, in Australia, in Perth. And someone said there's a Monet exhibit going on at the moment. You know, one of those interactive motion things.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, my sister would have loved it. She was the arty one. She had an art degree." And I'm going, "Yeah, and where did that get her?" She's dead.
I knew it!
It's like, I'm sorry.
You were either going to say that or you were going to say something along the lines of, "Let's go see the kangaroos at the graveyard." And they're like,
"Yeah.
She just lost such and such."
Yeah, I think she's been dead for a while, so
yeah.
It wasn't too bad. But no, we did go to the cemetery to look at the kangaroosters.
It's the best place to see the roos.
It is. It was still warm. They don't give a fuck. They just sit like, you can't get too close to them because they will be like, "The fuck, get away from me," and then they'll leave.
Yeah.
Like there was actually one area we went to, and I didn't even see them. They were under a bush, cooling down. And I was just walking because there was like a big fake sheep or something that I was going up to look at. Mm-hmm. I'm walking up to it. All of a sudden, this big motherfucker comes out from under the bush and is like, "You fucking right, mate? Where the fuck do you think you're going?" I'm like, "My bad, bro. My bad."
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some pictures of kangaroos. Specifically, it's always one that I think of where it's a kangaroo, like, there's a pane of glass between the person who's filming the video and the kangaroo, and it literally looks like a buff man in cosplay.
Yeah. No, kangaroo.
They're scary as shit.
They are shredded, buff as fuck. I thought my Google was talking to me. But yeah, they did. So yeah, I mean, you can tell that there are kangaroos around because there is so much kangaroo poop all over the ground. So it's like walking through a minefield, really.
Yeah.
But I did come across this. I'm gonna send it to you now. So it's a cenotaph, and it's in loving memory of this person, loving husband, devoted father, adored Opa, and selfless loving man, always laughing and seeing the lighter side of life. You are loved by many, liked and respected by all who knew you, forever in our hearts. This was in loving memory of Dick Weasel.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, come on, like, who's naming their kid Dick Weasel? It is literally just Dick Weasel. Yeah. I mean, let's see. He was born in 1946. Maybe back in 1946 they didn't understand what a weasel was. Maybe that was it.
Unless he pronounced it Wiesel.
It's possible, but he is in Australia, or at least was in Australia at the time of his death. People definitely called him Dick Weasel. Yep. That was the highlight of my day yesterday. And I went out to dine at 2 different places, one of which we've already discussed.
Oh, that's good.
The other one was, it was another one of these places where fries don't come with the burger. Yeah.
Fuck's it.
Oh, I didn't tell you what I had at the first place.
What did you have?
I had vegan barbecue wings.
Ooh.
Barbecue vegan wings. It's that Satan stuff or whatever it is.
It is Satan, which is unfortunate.
It is Satan?
It is Satan.
So I was wrong by not hailing it. Okay, gotcha.
But yes, it's good.
With a vegan aioli as well. They're pretty good. I've had them before. Mm-hmm. The first time I had them, they were like not done right, and like they were all like very clumped together. This was good. This was like almost like little tiny wing things.
Nice.
Taste is good. Quality was good. The texture, yep, schmicko.
Vegan food has come a long way.
Yeah, yep. They even had a little thing stabbed in it that said vegan on it. Oh, but get this. So it says vegan wings, barbecue wings, served with vegan aioli and celery. The celery was like
is that the bone?
Three tiny little, bits of celery. It's like, why even bother? Celery costs nothing.
Mm-hmm. It takes more calories to eat celery than it does to actually... than the calories you get from the celery.
That is why I didn't eat it. It was also that very green-looking celery, which I think doesn't taste very nice. I prefer the lighter celery.
You can smell before you actually even...
Like, towards the top of the leafy part of it, it almost looked. Give me the white shit almost, like the very light, opaque green. Yeah. That's what I'll take.
Don't give me celery unless it's, like, in a soup, so it's had time to absorb the flavours of other shit.
Exactly, yeah. But still also lend its peppery flavour to it as well.
Yeah. Because it's not like, raw celery, ugh.
Yeah, no, see, I don't like the fibrousness of raw celery. Because, like, sometimes there's, like, stringy fibres.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, that's why I don't mind it when it's cooked. I don't mind the texture.
Yeah. If you're having a minestrone soup, you have to have celery in it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. The second place we went to, so it's because it was Canadian friend's birthday. Kez wanted to take him out somewhere with people that they'd met and known who were in Perth. And kind of surprise. And my plan was to drive because, look, I've been going too hard lately. I just have. And I was like, I'll drive. I might have a cocktail and I'm good. So I get up to the big house because people were coming over meeting, and then we were going into the city to Elizabeth Key, of all places, named after the dead monarch. She was alive at the time.
Yes.
That it was named. So the Canadian friend, Kelly, looks at me and says, "Are you having a drink?" And I'm like, I could probably have one before we go and still be able to drive. So I poured myself a drink, drank it. And she's like, "Are you having another drink?" I'm like, okay. Sure. Because she's like, no one's going to drink that little bottle of tequila. We took that. That was in Sydney for Louis. Louis was meant to drink it, and he didn't because we didn't get to give it to him. I'm like, I'll drink it. Because it had a little cork in it, a little tiny bottle, and I'm like, yep, there we go. Mix that with some Sprite.
Why does she keep giving you alcohol if you're the one that's driving?
That was at this time when I said, an Uber's going to cost $30. And Kez is like, that's fine. I'm like, all right, let's go get another drink. And then I had another drink while we were out, but I don't remember what. Oh, it was Long Island iced tea. Because if you're going to fucking go hard, you have a Long Island iced tea. Now, this place, I'm putting them on blast a little bit, calling them out. It's called Milky Lane. And it's meant to be like, the hottest new fucking burger, fancy American type joint there is. Look at us naming all our burgers after people like a Kanye, Chikanye and things like that. Our special this month is a Mex Malone. So I'm like, these are just terrible names. But there was an item on the menu called loaded popcorn, KORN chicken. So I had to get that.
Yeah.
I had to. It was against the law for me to not. But the thing is, there were 6 of us. 4 of us were there. The other 2 were catching a train in a little bit late. So they sat us down, and we just haven't heard a thing. We're just waiting for someone to come, take a drink order. It's like, we're aware that you're waiting on the rest of your party. Okay, some drinks maybe? You know, do you want to give us some money? It's like, I want to give you some money. Come take my drink order. Half an hour goes by. No one has even come over to the table.
What the fuck?
And they give you time limits. They're like, you get in, you eat your food, you get the fuck out. You got 90 minutes to do that, right? And they've just blown half an hour.
That 90 minutes better be from when they take your order, when you get your food.
You would think. Yeah, you would hope. It didn't matter because we stayed as long as we fucking wanted. But eventually, finally, they come around and get drinks, whatever. And then the rest of the party arrives, order a few more drinks. Kez is like, let's all do shots. So I'm like, okay, give me that one. And comes just for the photo opportunity, like all the shots in the middle. And of course, mine was the only one that was different. Everyone had like red shots and mine was blue. But Kez is like, we want 4 of these and 1 of those because one person wasn't drinking. But they bought 5 of the red ones and 1 of the blue ones. So I'm like, I'll take it. Whatever. And then Kez said, we're not paying for that because we didn't order it. And then they're also like, so do you want to order some food now as well? And I'm like, yes, we'll order our food gladly. So to their credit, the food came out really fast, but another one of these places, fries not included, didn't have onion rings for a place that's meant to be like an American-style food joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, onion rings isn't obvious. No one was coming over to offer me another drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'll give it a little bit more time. And then someone's food didn't even arrive. So like, yeah, we're still waiting on this. And they're like, oh, it wasn't on the order. We don't know how it got missed, but we'll take it off the order. It's like, how can you take it off the order if it wasn't on the order?
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense whatsoever.
So they mean they'll bring you the food, but they'll not charge?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we look on the receipt, on the bill, on the check at the end of the night, and it was on there. So they just fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I want a drink. So I stand up, I walk over to the bar, and I'm like, am I able to order a drink here? I tell you, they were going to, like, bite my fucking head off. They were like, no, this is table service only, sir. I'm like, oh, cool. Can I get some fucking table service then? And I fuck off back to the table. And then they come over and it's like, is everything all right? Would you like anything to drink? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Because I that
You're
stage, I'm not giving them... No. I'm not giving them any more money.
Oh,
it's
right,
like,
okay,
you've had your fucking chance. It's like, so I do not... I mean, the popcorn chicken, okay, it tasted good, but it wasn't popcorn chicken. When you picture popcorn chicken, what are you seeing in your head?
Like little round Burger King chicken bite things.
Yeah, little tiny chicken bites. Mm-hmm. These were like chicken tenders cut in half. They were huge. I mean, they were good, they tasted good, but yeah, it wasn't popcorn chicken.
Yeah, no, popcorn chicken should be breaded all the way round. It can be huge, but it needs to be
yeah. It was breaded all the way round, but they were like that big. Like half a chicken tender cut in half. Bigger than a chicken nugget.
Oh, yeah, okay. No.
Yeah. You would imagine you'd be able to eat popcorn chicken with just a fork. This also required a knife.
Wow, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, so that wasn't great. But yeah, highly don't recommend. Except for maybe the taste of the chopped popcorn chicken. That was all. Yeah. On the way out, we were waiting for our Uber. Do you guys in Scotland have all the scooters everywhere in like Vegas and that?
Yes.
That people are riding?
Mm-hmm.
Like where you put your phone on it and you... Yeah. So they're popping up everywhere now in Perth. Mm-hmm. Do you have them in Scotland?
I've seen them, but I don't know if they're... I have a funny feeling they're just for like food delivery stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
nah.
In Edinburgh, I've only ever seen them in one specific place, so I don't think they're hugely popular.
All right. Because when we're waiting for the Uber, some guy just like goes speeding past us on one, and he shouts out, "I love you!" And I'm a little bit into my cups, so I respond, "You say that now?" And he's like, "I do." And I'm like, "Then why won't you call?" And then he just kept going, no retort. I was like, I thought we were having a conversation. Very disappointed. He hasn't called. Still hasn't called. But no, these scooters, I keep being, every time I'm out and about, I'm not in a state to be able to ride one. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to be convinced to ride one. And the other night, I was like, no, there is an 85% chance of death.
Yeah.
So it's not happening.
It's the same reason why, but you wouldn't get in a car. Like, you didn't drive the car. Like, no, don't fucking drive a scooter. A car, you're surrounded by protective metal.
Yeah. And airbags. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
If you've got to... Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Elizabeth Quay is meant to be like a touristy place. I don't get it. It's like when when people were asking for suggestions of what to do in Scotland.
Yeah.
On a holiday, on a vacation. Yeah, I feel you. I got no idea what to suggest to this person to do. Mm. And they've got like 6 more days here.
Yeah. Mitzi tagged me in something where somebody was asking about stuff for ideas for Dundee. And I feel like the best way to handle this kind of thing is to look up places to visit in such and such and such and say, okay, I know about that one, I know about that one, I know about that one, I've heard this one shit. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I know this one shit. So I can filter out these kind of lists. But thinking of places off the top of my head, absolutely not.
It should be, give me a list and I'll tell you what's bad and what is worth doing. That makes sense.
What have you seen? What are you thinking of? And I will tell you if any of it's worth it.
Yeah. Because you have to, because it may be something that's really awesome to go and see, but it might take 5 hours to drive there, which no one wants to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing as well. So these kind of things, I can look up attractions and say, okay, this is relatively close to here. You'll have to drive such and such. It said, you'll say things to see in Dundee, and it'll say whatever. And you're like, okay, but that's also 3 hours north.
Yeah.
You know?
So you almost, for something like that, I mean, it's harder in Perth, especially because it is further away. It would have to be a day trip with a stay somewhere. Mm-hmm. And it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I think most of our stuff, if it's in Scotland, you could probably get away with not having to stay over.
Yeah.
But it's still a long-ass time in the car.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's not fun. I tell you. So, all right. Update. I'm still trying my best to get to Scoop Fest. It's no guarantee at this stage. I missed out on the cheap flights because I can't buy anything until I've got my travel visa. But I said I'd never do it again. But it may be cheaper to get off in LAX and do that drive.
I feel bad because we've been talking about this for reasons which we won't talk about here.
Undisclosed reasons. And
I feel bad because I feel like I've pressured you and put you into it, but yeah, as much as I'm oh, come to Scoop Fest, I'm this is a real thing where you might actually feel pressured to do this.
But yeah, I don't know if I don't think I could do that drive again for a matter of probably only a couple of $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that note meant, so I'm going to talk about this one instead. Video games.
Yes, I was moaning about video games last week.
Moaning or mourning?
Moaning, having a moan, being pissed off about.
Yep.
Specifically, is there cicadas? Is there...
Oh, there's a fucking cricket. I tell you, this happened a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't get rid of the sound. I could not edit it out properly. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Cricket. Are you? No, nothing I can do about it.
No.
I'll do my best to cut it out in post, but cheese bags, I'm sorry if you can hear it, and that's all you can focus on instead of the sultry tones of the Scottish Brogan Hastings voice.
I was just is that me? What's going on?
No, it's
So yeah,
yeah.
I was having a bit of a rant about Destroy All Humans and the Ace of Challenges. So I fucking platinumed that game yesterday.
I was gonna say, what were you doing wrong? Did you work it out?
So for anybody who is playing Destroy All Humans and is stuck on these challenges, specifically, so I hadn't even realised. I thought I'd completed all the other challenges. I hadn't. So I'd completed all the ones that were the race challenge. I'd completed all the ones that were the Armageddon challenges with the space saucer. The only ones I had to do were abduction and rampage. Mm-hmm. And the only ones I had left to do were Area 42 and one in Capital City, which is the very, very last level. So the reason I couldn't get it in Area 42 is because I didn't realise that so it says you get bonus points for big items, right? And that's kind of I don't know what the word is, but it's misleading because where you start, you're in an airfield and you can throw planes. There's 4 planes that you can throw. So you're big item, throw.
Yeah.
What it doesn't tell you is that also, so everything else looks small in comparison. What it doesn't tell you is that crates and the wire barrel things, they're also big items. The crossbar things in the minefield are also big items. You can chuck all that shit in.
Okay.
Those are things you can focus on.
Yeah.
That's one. Yep. Green barrels are considered, so you're only meant to throw military items.
Yes.
Green barrels are military items, apparently.
So of course they are. They're green.
So are military personnel. You can chuck.
Of course they are. They're military personnel.
But the way it sounds is it implies it's just items. It's not people.
Yeah.
So you can chuck all the fuckers that are shooting at you into the beam, and it counts.
These military personnel, they are garbed in military items. So there's the military item connection.
Yeah, it's usually more specific with that, so that kind of threw me off. But so you kind of have to follow the beam all the way through and like throw everything up as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Now, and there's one specific bit where the beam goes along a straight bit, like in between two fences, and at the end of it, there's a bit that's sort of cut out where there's a tank and folks doing exercises. Now, your instinct is to run down that bit and lift the tank, throw that in, and then go, no, jump the fence. Because on the other side of the fence, the thing is passing is a whole stack of green barrels.
Well, there you go.
I was at 2 stars before it even rounded there. This is like with a minute to go. I was barely scraping that before.
Wow.
You're supposed to get 80
Scraping
points.
the bottom of the green barrel.
Yeah. I got to the end of the level. I got to the end of that challenge with 116 points. I only needed 90.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So, yeah. And that was after me just sort of standing there for a little bit. It's like, I could chuck some more shit in.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Part 1 of my gaming triumphs this week. Because I also, I don't think I actually mentioned this on the podcast, but I definitely mentioned to you another game called Heavenly Bodies.
Yes.
Oh, I must have mentioned it because we were talking about QWOP.
We were talking about it on this, yeah.
So I went back and I platinumed that one as well.
There you go. Fuck.
Yeah.
On a roll.
I know.
Are you going to make that hat trick? What's the third game? You going to go back to Judgment?
I will go back to Judgment eventually. Yep. Right now I'm playing a game called Time on Frog Island, which is one that I started just after surgery. But the problem with Time on Frog Island is there are no words in the game. And it's a puzzle.
Ribbit.
Well, no, it's pictures. So it comes up with the speech bubbles and it gives you a picture on it and you're like,
gotcha.
Fuck,
Yep.
And there's no instructions. There's no anything. You've just got to figure out and barter and trade items and take items to places and see if it works.
Is it a bit like that game? Fuck, what was it called? You play as the little fox dude, and as you play it, you unlock pages to the instruction manual. Tunic.
I've not played Tunic, but
okay.
I think so. It sounds. But yeah, there's no instruction manual. There's no nothing. You just gotta keep going and trying to find the items, and sometimes the picture isn't entirely clear of what it is, so you have to look up a guide and say, what the fuck is he asking for?
Yep.
But yeah, but I started that, I only got 1 trophy, and then I was like, I am not in a headspace for this, turned it off, so I'm like, I'll go back and finish that.
Yep.
So I'm clearing up my list, because if I don't get an S rank on the trophies thing, because there's PlayStation trophies, it's the website that gives you all your trophies and ranks and stuff. I want at least an A rank on everything. So I'm okay with that.
Yep. See, I've started. I'd gotten back into Cyberpunk again, which I've been enjoying. Because I didn't play it for ages. I've only just started playing it the last couple of weeks again into the new year, and it's been tough. Last few days, just not been good for me, right? And I've been playing Cyberpunk for a couple of hours at a time, on stream and off stream. I'm like, this is good me time, and I'm like, I feel like shit. CBT, cognitive based therapy, is sure for some people it's valid, it works. For me, it doesn't. Right. The idea being that you can't change your feelings, but what you can do is you can alter your thoughts or your actions, which will then change your feelings and how you're feeling, and also your thoughts, etc. Blah blah blah. So I've gone in. I'm like, all right, let's play some Cyberpunk. First thing I do is like, I'm gonna make my chick match how I'm feeling and how I want to play this game right now. So I just make her a shaved head, just angry fucking chick. Ready to fuck shit up, right? So I'm just trawling the streets, just looking for gangs of hoodlums, just to fucking shotgun to death, and it just wasn't doing it for me. There was no distraction whatsoever in the video game, and I was getting no gratification out of obliterating these people, because it says obliterated when I shoot them with this shotgun as well. It's like, god damn it! The one time that I need this sound therapeutic advice to work, and it doesn't. So gave up on it. Haven't been back.
Did you try playing another game that maybe wasn't as violent?
It's not even about necessarily having to be violent. It's like it's the distraction isn't going to work. That's all. And I thought, well, let's try something that is gonna help me in, like, I feel like fucking these dickheads up. They're the bad guys. I'm the, in quotes, good guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, nah. I think what I really wanted was a big epic battle, and there just was nothing around for me for that. So it could have been that.
Yeah. I find games with guns in that, like, if you're looking for that kind of thing, like big epic battle, guns are not the way to go. Go with Assassin's Creed Odyssey or something.
But
fuck guys up with spears and tridents and swords.
I can use melee weapons. I even went in and beat to death with my fists for a couple of groups of people. But, like, there was, like, no more than 4. And it's like, oh, this is... What are they doing to me?
Nah. Get Assassin's Creed Odyssey on and get the war missions
Can't do
up.
Assassin's Creed.
Why?
Can't do it. I just don't enjoy it.
Boo.
It's not my thing. It's not my
Mind
thing.
you, I do only really enjoy Odyssey.
Yeah,
The Origins and Valhalla are okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Mirage looks good.
Oh, yeah, the Mirage. I mean, now that they're getting rid of the fucking volcano and replacing it with Paramount or whatever it is. Do you know about... I'm going into Vegas
Wayne.
talk. I'm going into Vegas talk all of a sudden. Are you aware of this? The volcano... Gone.
I know that the volcano was being removed because were they not replacing it with a guitar?
When it turns into the Hard Rock, yeah. But you know Paramount Plus?
Yes.
They're turning it into Paramount Plus or something like that you can go in and watch all these Paramount Plus shows. It's like a log cabin and shit inside a mountain. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Mirage.
Assassin's Creed Mirage looks quite good. That's the one that's set in India. So, I would
Indiana. Yeah.
I can just have a normal conversation with you, can I?
You can't.
Fucking twat.
You can't. Yep. Oh, car. Do you know what really grinds my gears?
What really grinds your gears?
If I'm listening to, say, Ice Cream Social or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, let's read this word in a scoop mail or use it as an insult," you twat.
Oh, I hate twat. That's horrible.
It's just not the pronunciation.
It's a word.
Lidell's. It's not. It's not.
It's a separate
right.
word. It is a separate word.
Is it a homonym spelt the same, different meaning?
No.
Or is that homophobe?
TWOT. It means...
Oh, yeah, different. Yeah.
It essentially means the same thing, but...
Okay.
It's in the same category of insults.
All right.
But I'll
so anyone listening who's not sure, TWAT is twat. TWOT is twat.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
You
Our
are
mothers
the
listen to this. Oh, guess what I did today?
What'd you do today?
Let's see if you can guess what I did. This was involved. Let's see if you can guess what I did.
You went skating.
I can't hear. Hang on. What's that?
You robbed a bank.
That's what it looks like, right? In my pink balaclava. I went go-kart racing.
Oh.
Ugh. Indoor electric go-kart racing. And you had to buy that balaclava for $4.
I haven't been go-kart racing in so long.
I don't think I ever have been, because... at least not successfully, because I used to be a fat fuck. The cart just wouldn't really go. I can't tell you how disappointed I was that I couldn't get a decent lap record, though, today.
I think there's a go-kart place in Vegas. I have a vague recollection of somebody mentioning it last Scoop Fest.
Okay.
So I might add that on the list of stuff to do. That and Mechanical Bull.
Yes, Mechanical Bull. We need to talk to RJ about Mechanical Bull.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. RJ is the one in the know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every time I thought that I was getting a good lap time, someone would like crash into a wall. And because the carts don't have reverse, everyone's cart gets slowed down. And like, God damn it, I just made those last 4 turns fucking perfectly. There goes my record. So disappointed.
Boo.
Huh? Rishi and Charles. Because they're soon both going to be out of
removed from
commission.
Office.
They're going to be removed from office soon.
Rishi?
Yeah, Sunak. Yeah.
Charles, okay.
Yeah.
Feel like that.
But the thing is, Charles had cancer. The real one has cancer, but the Charles representative didn't.
No, Charles Representative just had a benign lump.
There you go. Yep. Nothing like a benign lump. I mean, compared to cancer.
That's a terrible way to talk about our king as a benign lump.
Oh, well, yeah. Our king. Oh, wait, yeah, I guess I'm part of the Commonwealth. Yeah. Not my king. Donald Trump is my king. What?
That was it. I was switching between names, and I was like, I could say Trump, but he's not currently in office.
No,
so
exactly.
He can't be removed from office.
Yeah. You don't. It's like when Matt says the joke whenever he shows a photo of him shaking hands with Trump. It's like, oh yeah, here's me when I had 250 excess pounds attached to my body. I was also overweight. Yeah, that's a good call. That. Where are we at? Okay, I think yeah, I've only got one in me this week. I'm happy to talk through everything on our list though. Maybe make it a little bit longer.
How much is on the list?
I mean, I almost died a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was going to die, honestly. Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to die. Because I was driving home, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, so it was kind of dark. Going through an intersection, I had the green light. Mm-hmm. I'm turning. I'm in the middle of the intersection. All of a sudden, hear these brakes skid. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get wiped out. I look in the rearview mirror, and turns out it was just someone running in the ass of someone stopped at the stoplight. So I thought, here we go. Perfect place to die. Mm-hmm. Out the front of a red rooster. Not the same red rooster as Spadoni's mother's previous place of employment. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say I've written that down as car crash with the within brackets ES, and this was weeks ago, so I can't even remember what the other car crash was. But it was also another time when I probably thought I was about to die.
Yeah, because you couldn't even remember what that one was last week.
Yeah, it's not good. There you go. That's off the list. Done with that. I'm happy. That's glad. That took up about a minute and a half. I've adopted a cactus.
Oh.
A cactus, yeah, little khaki boy. Because he's dying. It's just like, it's not my cactus, but it lives on my property. And it's got like a scale disease thing on it already, which I can fix. I know I can fix it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't get enough sun, so today I just fucking moved it into the sun a little bit so I can get some sun. I'm going to water it, actually, after we're done. I'm going to give it some water because it... I mean, sure, cactuses, they don't need much water, but they still want some fucking water. And they're going to absorb some of the moisture in the air, but we're so fucking hot at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like, all the cactuses on this property, they're not looked after, and it makes me sad. Like, there's two out the front, which are like, I want to say they're prickly pears. Because they're like, I think they're the ones with the flat, that shaped leaves or whatever. And like down the bottom, it's just like dead, burnt, sunburnt to hell. Whereas the top ones now, they're back to green. Mm-hmm. It's my dream to get this big one back to health. This is the one that I told you that was flowered, remember?
Oh, this rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, that I spent like a night walking out and watching the flower bloom and all that. Mm-hmm. I want to get it back to health. And I wanted to start putting out pups. Just little, because that's what they do. They just like spurt out little cactus pups. Because I reckon then I can start a little cactus family with these pups.
Cool.
But the thing is, it's not my cactus, so it will be stolen. It will be stolen cactus. I mean, he's not paying attention. Liberated, yeah. He's got fish to worry about.
Exactly.
He's got fucking fish to worry about. My God. They're in the fish room, right? Mm-hmm. You know the fish room I'm talking about.
I've seen the fish room, yes.
Yep. An air conditioning unit has been installed. And it runs 24 hours a day at the moment.
Holy shit.
But before leaving for the weekend, they made a point to switch off their laptop at the wall so as not to waste power.
Well, I suppose I can understand, because if it's that hot, I mean, you don't want to come home to boiled fish.
Yeah, sure. They're not going to boil. In the UK, do your power outlets have switches on them? Or is it just plug in and you're good to go?
No, they've got switches.
Yep, good. Canadian friend, mind fucking blown that there's switches on them.
I mean, I'm always a bit surprised with that when I go to America and I plug stuff in. I'm like looking for the switch and oh, no, it just works.
Yeah. And also, their plug-ends aren't insulated. Because if you look at ours, I mean, I assume it's yours as well, the little prongs that go into the wall, like the last half a centimetre got a little bit of insulation on them. So when it's plugging in, it can't zap you. Yeah, see if you can find one. I got one here as well. Hang on. Yeah, hold that up.
This is probably not the best example, but...
Yeah, so that's got a lot of insulation. But look at that. See that, like, half of it is exposed metal. The other half is insulation.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I've seen ones where it's all three are metal, but, like, the top end that goes... The first bit that goes in, the end bit, it's, like, slightly rougher metal.
Rougher metal? Oh, yeah, okay.
Or, like, a different type of metal. I don't know, so I don't know if that's that kind of... built-in insulation or different, I don't know. I never really thought about it.
Yeah, no, it's just when reading about, like, because a couple of years ago when we went for 2022 Scoot Fest, I was like, I don't know if I need a 2-prong or a 3-prong for America, because like in Australia, all majority are 3-prong. Like you got your 2 like this and an earth as well, and it's like you'll be fine with a 3-prong if you're staying in hotels. They all, like, by standard are meant to have them now and shit like that. So, or something like that. I don't remember the exact advice I was given, but yeah, that was that.
I mean, I can tell you, I've got my little Golden Knights light that I got when I went to the Golden Knights game, and that's just
Golden Knights night light. Yep, that's a deuce prong. Yep.
It is, yeah.
See, the thing is, you don't want to get a 3-prong and not be able to plug it in because it's a deuce prong plug. Mm-hmm. It's a deuce female. It's a female deuce. Yeah, that's what it is.
I think I actually had an adapter that I plugged in here and, like, plugged it in. But I can't remember if it was here or at or in Vegas that when I plugged it in, it would have to go in upside down.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Perth Fringe Festival is on at the moment.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's a big place that has been overtaken. Like it's mostly in one area, like all the big acts, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a place that is colloquially known as the Murder Park. I may have mentioned it before. I don't recall. Yeah, the Murder Park. The first time I went out to Northbridge, my mum was like, please just avoid the Murder Park.
Yeah.
I'm like, will do. Anyway, that's been overtaken, so there's like fencing up all around it, like different things for different shows.
Yeah.
And it is called the Pleasure Garden. So the Murder Park has been turned into the Pleasure Garden.
There's some sicko out there who's gone, it was always the Pleasure Garden.
Yep. But I was walking through, because the Blink 182 concerts were this week, right?
All right.
Blink 182 at the Perth Arena. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to that. Mm-hmm. But then some friends were like, well, come meet us after the show. I'm like, well, maybe. I ended up, okay, I will. So I parked my car at their house, caught a Uber into the city. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, you know what? I'm just going to walk down to the venue, right?
Yep.
And I also really needed to pee. So I got to find somewhere. So I found there's a pub on the other side of what is normally the Murder Park. So Google Maps is saying you can just walk straight through the Murder Park, but that is now the Pleasure Garden. Mm-hmm. But it's also like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
So I'm approaching one of the multiple entrances to the Pleasure Garden. And security guard straight away is like, where do you think you're going, buddy? I was like, I'm just wanting to pass through. He's like, you're not fucking getting in. It's like, okay, you could be a little bit nicer about it. So I had to walk all the way around the Pleasure Garden, aka Murder Park, just to pee. It was very rude. It's like, what do they think I'm going to do? Steal an empty keg?
Yes.
Burn down
You have criminal
fake
energy.
Spiegel tent. I didn't even have my pink bandana at the time.
You just radiate like criminal energy, like
okay,
delinquent
what was I wearing?
energy.
What was I wearing? I'm trying to think what clothes I was wearing. No. See, because I mean, it's fringe. There's a lot of things like burlesque. There's a lot of drag acts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. If I was wearing either my Meow Wolf colourful Vegas motif, like very rainbowy colour, or my Rainbow Amoeba shirt, I had my Rainbow Lightning Bolt shoes on, that might have got me through easier.
You can wear whatever you want, but you have an unfortunate thing called resting bitch face. And it's probably one of the worst cases I've ever seen on a human being.
I don't think that's the correct terminology for me. The correct terminology is resting cat face.
Oh, no. No, it's worse. It's worse. It's so bad. It's like you make then Grumpy Cat look like the most excited thing in the world.
Explain to me how come every single cat I send you a photo of just looks like me, whether it's a ginger cat or not.
Because it has Wayne energy. I can't explain it, but that it's not like the guy is standing looking at you going, that guy looks like a cat. It doesn't work the other way around, Wayne. Better not let this guy in. He might start knocking shit off tables. Exactly. Yeah. But you... People don't look at you and think he looks like a cat. People look at cats and think, oh, that looks like Wayne. Okay. But I mean, I've got pictures on my phone of you that actually came out the other day of us on Fremont, and you are just looking like the moodiest fucker I've ever... You look like I have just pulled you over for a photo opportunity. Yeah, no. This is like, we should take a photo here, so we take a photo moment, or is it a candid? Yeah, whatever an unexpected photo is. No, so you know the difference. You've seen photos of me where I'm not realizing it's a photo, and you've seen me in photos where it's like it's time to take a photo. I can't do setup photos. Mm-hmm. One, because it feels fake, and I don't know how to look, how to react. Yeah. And two, I've always hated my teeth. Mm. So smiling for me is not a thing. Yeah. So that's why in a photo where it's like I'm not aware it's happening, I will look like I'm happy and having a good time and showing teeth. Yeah. Yeah. That is it. That is the reason. Yes. But if we're walking down the street, for example, we're talking, we're laughing, we're having a good time. I don't have that face going on. No, but you and I are friends and we know each other, whereas with strangers, I'm a few drinks in already, though, walking past the pleasure garden, up to the pleasure garden. Mm-hmm. I mean, I probably should have said to the guy, hey, am I able to get through here? Rather than just like pretend like I belong. If I had a black shirt on and a ladder, I would have been fine. Yeah, I think that was your big mistake. Yeah, that was it. That was it. But trying to find my friends, though, as well, is like, okay, where are you? It's like, well, we're just leaving the venue now. Okay, cool. Which way are you going? Leaving the venue. I'm like, fuck's sake, fine. I'll just walk back to other friend's house. Mm. And I get past the pleasure garden again. And it's like, oh, we're just out the front of the pleasure garden. And they send me a photo. I was like, for fuck's sake, I was literally just there. I literally went to the pub across the road to pee. Mm-hmm. And now I've walked back because you said you're just leaving the venue. I tell you, I don't want to be that person to anyone. It's enough to make me not want to drink. For the inebriated person to not know where they are and say, hey, this is where I am. Mm-hmm. Either that, I'll just drink alone in a bar. There we go. That's what I'll do. I'll drink away my sorrows by myself. I have nothing to say. Yeah. Not many people do. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else on there. Oh wait, there is something left on our list, and that is this is the biggest thing to happen to the internet since I want to say the Internet Movie Database. Okay. There is a shop that is back up online, and that shop is 7billionneedles.com. Yeah, I've had to fix it round a little bit because I took off the paid subscription, so now I can only have 5 things posted. Oh, as in you had a paid subscription so you could have multiple things posted? Multiple listings, but you're allowed multiple variants. So now I've just a listing that says stickers. You have to go through the list. That works. That works. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, see, I don't do enough of anything to put up to really have a store. So everyone, if you want stuff, if you want cool stuff, go to Brogan's store. That's the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, we got our own store as well. We do. nicepodbud.com/shop / I just assumed you were saying it with your funny Australian accent. Sure. Twat. I don't know. Yeah.
So there's 2 places you can buy stuff. You're working on this month's Patreon-y stuff?
Yes.
Good. I'm still yet to send mine out because I've been having printer issues.
It's the 11th of February, Giovinazzi.
I'm aware, and I'm apologising now to the patrons who are waiting on those envelopes. Envelopes? Twat? I
say envelope.
Yeah, envelope. Exactly. That's the way it should be said. Envelope. But because you envelop something in it. You don't envelope something in it, do you? I'm boring Brogan to death.
I just can't stop yawning this week. I don't know why.
Sleepy?
No, I don't. Just because it's been happening all week and I'm getting enough sleep. I don't know.
Don't know. Maybe.
I can't stop it because it makes me need to yawn more.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something, but I'm like that sounds like it's poor taste even for me, and I hadn't had the full thought fleshed out. I'm losing it. I'm gone. This is definitely 1 episode week, folks.
Yeah.
We would ask our friends over the Murder Party podcast if they've got an episode, and they did sort of sneak in and do an ad. Did you hear their ad last episode?
I did.
Yeah. Which I don't think they've even recorded it. So
no.
Yeah.
I've yawned so much. I've literally started crying.
Brogan is crying. They're so sleepy. They're crying. Right. We can end this by saying, NicePodBud on all social media platforms. Anywhere you want to talk to us at NicePodBud, or you can just talk to Brogan. If you want to tell Brogan something that you don't want me to know, like, hey, I got a better name for Lefty. That's at 7 billion needles.
And if you want to talk to Wayne and just tell him he's a twat or a twat or both, it's at Wayne Geo.
No, if you want to name my testicles,
No, we only name titties on this podcast. You have nipples.
Okay, yeah. And it's hard for someone to come up with 3 names anyway. Do that. Reach out. Give us names. I think I'm going to put up a poll every week before the episodes drop. Just for content's sake. Yeah, out of context polls. That's what we'll call them. And we can see, if you see the poll before the episode drops, see if you can guess what the context is and write it in the comments below. That's on Twitter, at NicePodBud, on the X. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Thanks for stopping in and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheesebags.